Welcome. My name is Leanne. I'm going to lead you through this gentle yoga practice today. Get comfortable. You can sit, kneel, lie down, whatever is the most comfortable for you at this point in your day. Close your eyes when you're ready and allow your body to rest into the support that's underneath you. So whether that's the ground or a block or a bolster or a chair, but notice the feeling in your body of letting go into the ground and what it feels like in your body to let go. And perhaps there is a feeling of being heavier, or perhaps there is a feeling of being lighter when you've let go. There might be this sense of sort of surrendering to gravity or this downward flow of energy. What does letting go of tension feel like? Perhaps it feels like a softening around the eyes, or a releasing of the jaw, or like the shoulders can sort of get unstuck and they can fall a little. Can you notice the letting go of your breath? Right? Our exhale is the part of our breath where we're letting go. So notice this just for a few rounds, breathing lightly in, and then following that exhale, smoothing it, lengthening it out, just enjoying that part of the breath where you get to let it go. Right? That letting go of breath. One thing it's doing is giving us space for a new breath to come in. Helping us let go of the tension and the effort, helping us feel grounded. So we're going to notice this in our practice today, our ability to let go and to surrender to what we're doing, to not hold or brace, right? To instead invite in ease and softness in place of that tension and effort. Okay? So come on up to seated, and you can sit cross-legged, or you can have your legs in any position that you like. Okay, we're going to take arms and lift them up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to side bend. So pick a direction, tip to one side, and then come back to the middle and tip to the other side. Come back to center, letting your arms go. So come on down with the arms. Okay. We're going to come back to the side bend. So you can let the arms come back up. This time tip first to the right side. Bring your right hand down to the floor and tip to the right. And you can even curl your left arm around your head and just let your head fall into your left hand if you like. And if left shoulder is not happy in that shape, then you can always bring the hand to the shoulder, or you can rest the left arm beside you. Okay, we're going to switch sides. So come on up. So left hand down to the floor on the left. Right arm maybe up and over. Maybe the head can fall into the right hand. Just gentle support there for the head, if that's comfortable. Opening up the right side. All right, come on back up. Let the arms come down. You can let the arms come back and let the legs come in front of you. Leave a little space between your feet. And then move at your ankles. Okay, so you can circle your feet around your ankles. You can switch directions once in a while. Okay, we can move tops of feet towards us and away from us, keeping toes relaxed. And then you can come on up to toes and just see if you can wiggle them and spread them out. Just waking up feet, toes, ankles. All right, let your feet and your toes and your ankles relax. Let the legs rock. So you're just rolling your legs in and out. If you don't want your feet to touch, you can bring them a little wider apart. It's just rolling your thigh bones in your hip sockets. Just gently, about just movement that feels easy, that loosens us up at the hips. So if you feel like you're making this movement happen from your feet or your knees, can you bring your awareness further up into your thigh bones so you can really feel what's happening right where the leg bones and the pelvis come together. So it's coming from a higher place up in the legs. Okay, just let the legs relax. So just let that go, right? Let it go. You step your feet to the floor. You can loop hands around legs or behind thighs, and you're just going to rock yourself back. Let your feet come up off the floor. Now, tall spine, dropping your shoulders, as little help with the arms as you can manage there. Okay, and if you want just a touch more, and you just let the feet lift a little bit further from the floor. But just a place where you can still feel balanced and tall and quiet, where it's easy to breathe. Bring the feet back to the floor, bring the hands back to the floor behind you, and now let the legs roll open. So right leg rolls to the right, left leg rolls to the left. So you're rolling onto outside edges of feet and then coming back up. So again, leg bones and hip sockets, just in a little bit of a different way. Okay, let the knees come up, let the right leg come down. And then we're going to step the left foot to the floor. So the left foot can be on the inside of the right leg, or it can be on the outside of the right leg. Sit up tall, turn to the left, bring the left hand to the floor beside you or behind you. And with your right arm, can you hug that left leg in? Put just a little bit of activity in the right leg, the right ankle. So the toes and kneecap of the right leg are pointing up towards the ceiling. Okay, easy breath. How's that exhale? Turning to the left side. Okay, unwind, and we'll switch directions. So reverse your legs. So left leg out, right foot in or over. If you want to the right foot on the outside of the left leg, turn to the right. So you're drawing the right leg towards your abdomen, putting that little bit of activity in the left leg. You feel the sitting bones on the floor. We're turning to the right side. And then find some place in your body that is on, that doesn't need to be on. So where can you soften? Okay, let go. So let go of that posture. Come on up onto hands and knees. Okay, forearms are an option if that's your preference. We're going to take the right leg back. So curl the toes under, press back through the right heel. So your weight is shifting back. Now, can you bend the right knee as if you were going to touch the floor? You might be able to touch the floor with your knee. Okay, and then you're going to push through the heel and straighten out the leg. So bend the right knee towards the ground. Okay, and then straighten. So you're just bending the knee as much as your knee bends without your body shifting, right, over to the right side. So just put a bend in it, maybe feel into the toes and the bottom of the foot, and then as you press through the heel, straighten out the leg as much as you can. All right, from here, we're going to step into a half squat. So bring your hands to the floor. Step your right foot just a step forward but wide. So it might be off your mat. Okay, so the knee and the toes are angled out a little bit, and your hands are on the floor or the blocks on the inside of that right leg. So if you want to be down on your forearms, just put your blocks underneath your forearms. Right? Just feel how that feels in through your hip. So you can be ever so slightly sort of just shifting your weight around to come forward and back and to each side. Just gently feeling into that right hip. Okay, bring your left hand to the floor or a block and then turn to the right. So you can bring your right hand to your hip or towards the ceiling. Enjoying how that twist feels in your back, helping you wring out the tension in your spine. All right, let the twist go. Come back to table pose. Hands or forearms on the ground. Left leg is going to go back, so curl the toes under. Put the toes on the floor, press back through the heel so that the left leg as straight as you can, and then add the movement of the knee. So bend the knee and then straighten the knee. So as you bend the knee, feel into the bottom of the foot and into the toes. Give them a stretch and then reach. Keep pressing your weight back. Soften your jaw. Bend your knee and then extend back. Just pause here for a moment. Okay, bring hands back to the floor. Step your left foot forward and gently wide. So your foot might be off your mat. Knee and toes are angled outward. Little shifting of weight, maybe forward and back. You can come down to forearms, put forearms on the bolster or the block or the floor, or you can stay up on hands. Just gently shifting in and around that left hip. And then we'll add our twist. So right hand to the floor or the block, turning to the left. So your left hand can rest at your hip, or you can reach it up. So we're stacking left shoulder on top of right. Feel the parts of you that are on the floor. Left foot, right hand, right knee. Okay, unwind. Come on back to table pose. And then from table, we're going to come up into downward dog. So you can curl your toes under, lift your knees up, press back through your heels. So feet are at least hip width apart or wider. Hands are shoulder width apart. Spread out your fingers. Alternate the heel that you're pressing back through. And as you lift the heel, can you roll up into that foot? So the heel that's reaching back gets a nice stretch down the back of the leg. But the knee that's bending, the heel that's lifting, that foot gets a nice stretch into the toes and into the bottom of the foot. Okay, from here, walk your way into a forward fold. So either feet forward or hands backward, however you want to get there. Can you have your weight all the way in your feet, in your legs, so that your arms have no weight moving through them? Okay, and then come on up to standing. So root down through your heels and lift yourself up. Okay, so come to mountain pose. So just take a moment there. Feel steady. Okay, and then step up towards the top of your mat so you have room to step back. Let your hands come to your hips. And we're going to come to chair pose from here. So you're going to hinge at your hips. You're going to send your seat backwards and down as if you were sitting in a chair that's back there. Your back stayed straight, right? We didn't round. We just went back and down. So your weight is in your heels. Wiggle your toes for a minute. Really sink into those legs. Okay. And then press down and lift up to standing and lift up your right foot in front of you. So let that right knee come up. Okay, now we'll repeat that. So bring the right foot down, sink into your chair. So drop your seat back and down. So you've hinged at hips and knees and ankles. Okay, press down through heels, lift up. This time you're going to lift your left leg. So that left knee is going to come up in front, or left foot is going to come up a little. Okay, step the left foot to the floor. Sink back into your chair pose. If you want more, maybe try just bringing your arms forward parallel to the floor. But if that made it too hard in your back, just keep your arms closer to your body. Lift up. We're going to lift the right foot up, so maybe arms come into a T. Okay, come back to your chair. So right foot steps down, seat goes back and down. Where are you putting your arms? Okay, last one. Push down, lift up, let that left foot lift. Okay, and now we're going to take our left foot and we're going to step it back behind us. So just take a big step back with that left foot. Okay, so we have the right foot forward, the left foot back. We're facing the top of our mat. Our feet are on separate railway tracks, not on a balance beam. Okay, we're going to put a bend in the right knee. So that left leg is turned out a little bit. So both feet can be on the floor. Right knee is bent. There's a lengthening through the front of the left hip. Okay, I'm going to turn this way so you can see. So you can do this staying vertical. Another way to do this next piece is to let the pelvis tilt forward a little bit. Okay, so we didn't round the back, right? We let the pelvis tip forward. So the back is still straight. The front knee is still bent. Okay, and then if you like, you're going to take that left arm and you're just going to lift it. So maybe you're going to bring it parallel to the floor, or maybe you're going to bring it up alongside the ear. Okay, keep the back nice and long, lifting the arches of your feet. Okay, we're going to come back to vertical. So you can drop the arm, bring your spine back to vertical. Okay, and you can straighten the right leg. Let the arms come up in front of you. So forearms are going to come up. And we're going to tuck the right elbow into the crook of the left arm. So right elbow into crook of left arm. Either bring hands to opposite shoulders or bring forearms together or palms together in front of you. Okay, let the shoulders relax. Feel that space between your shoulder blades. Maybe there's some breath there you can notice. Option, bend your front knee. Okay, soften the jaw. If you're squeezing the arms, can you keep them in the shape and not squeeze the arms? Can you just let the geometry of the pose give you the effect without the extra muscular effort? Okay, you can straighten the front leg, let the arms go, and then you're going to hop your back foot forward and step back up to the top of your mat. Okay, step your right foot back a big step. So we've got the left foot forward now. Right thigh is turned out just slightly, feet on separate railway tracks. Left knee is going to bend. Okay, and then you're making a choice. You can stay up and down, or you can tip the pelvis forward. And that just sort of feels like you're bringing your back, your straight back, into line with your back leg. Okay, option is lift the right arm parallel to the floor, or maybe lift the right arm up alongside the ear. So root down through your back heel, through that back foot, the outside edge of it even, through the left heel in the front, that left knee is bent. It's strong here. Okay, and then let it go. So let the front leg straighten, let the arms drop. Okay, let forearms come up in front of you. And this time left elbow into crook of right arm. Hands to opposite shoulders, or backs of hands together, or palms together. So shoulders are easy, shoulders are down. Jaw is soft. You don't have to squeeze the chest. You don't have to add to it. You don't have to squeeze the arms. If you want a little more, bend the front knee. Wiggle your toes maybe. Soften your jaw. Relax your eyes. Not everything here has to be squeezing tight and holding tight. We're still letting go of breath, taking it in. Okay, let the arms unwind. So you can straighten the front knee, you can step your back foot forward. Okay, you can give the shoulders a nice roll out. Okay, bring your hands to your hips, folding over. So bend your knees. You can either come halfway, bringing forearms to thighs, sinking into legs, or if you feel for more of a forward fold and that's comfortable for you, you can tip over and maybe wrap arms around legs. If you would like to come into downward dog, you can do that. If you don't want to come into downward dog, you could come into table pose. Okay, and then we're going to come down to our belly. So you're going to lower yourself down to the floor. Okay, and just slide hands alongside you here. So your hands are near your head, fingers are pointing towards the top of your mat, palms are facing down, shoulders, can they come back? So away from the floor and down, so shoulder blades have moved down. All right, now from here, we're going to lift. So we're just going to lift the head and the heart up. So move head and heart as one unit. So you're just lifting chest up off floor. Okay, those shoulders stay down and back, away from ears, okay, towards spine. Let go. So come back down to the ground. Okay, lift up. Feel the on, and then feel the letting go as you come back down to your mat. Okay, do two more. Lifting up, drawing the shoulders back. Arms are just there for a bit of support. Feel the off, feel the letting go part. Okay, and one more. Lift up, shoulders coming away from the ears towards the spine, and relax. Okay, bring hands next to chest and come to child's pose. So you're going to bring your seat towards your heels. You can take your knees wider if you like. And then you can just let head come to hands or head come to the floor. You might rock a little from side to side if that feels like it helps you let go. Okay, and then we'll come into a little bit of a side bend next. So from your neutral position, from center, can you just lift your upper body up, walk it over towards one side, you go towards either leg, and then fold back down gently. Just feel into both sides of you. So one side has gotten shorter, the other side has gotten a little longer. Light breath in, longer breath out. Okay, when you're ready, switch sides. So walk through center, over towards your opposite leg. You can support your head. What do you feel? You feel your breath moving those ribs. You gently lift and come back to center just for a moment. And then when you're ready from here, come onto your back. So you can give knees a hug as you come in. You can put something underneath your head and your neck if you would like to. Okay, and then we'll keep the right leg, so let the left foot come to the floor. Give that right leg a hug in. So interlacing fingers, hands resting on the right shin or behind the right thigh. Can you take the left leg down to the ground and let it relax? Okay, move the right thigh away from you. Bring the left hand to the right knee. And then move the right leg across your midline without lifting your pelvis yet. So first you're just moving the right leg towards your midline or across your midline. And then you can stay here where your back is still on the floor and your pelvis is still on the floor, or you can come to a twist. So if you want to lift the right hip up, you can let the right knee roll over towards the floor on the left side. So right foot there might be on the left leg or it might be on the ground. Can this right shoulder stay easy? Right arm stay easy. Can you soften something here that doesn't need to be holding on? Or can you give some more of your weight to the floor? Okay, unroll. Bring the right foot to the floor and then the left foot to the floor. So you're back in line. Bring the left knee in, give it a hug. Relax your hips. Can you put the right leg down and let it go? Okay, move the left leg a little bit away from you. So right hand to the left knee. First, bring the left leg across your midline, towards your midline. So pelvis is still on the floor. So if you want to stay there with your neutral back and neutral pelvis, you can, or you could roll into your twist. So the left knee can come over towards the floor on the right side. Left shoulder staying down on the ground. Left arm is resting. Let go into what you're doing. Be as much here as you can be. So you can keep bringing your awareness back to your body, back to your breath, back to this practice of letting go. Okay, roll back onto your back. Bring your hands to your knees. Okay, with your arms straight and your legs away from you, you're going to take a breath in through your nose. And then when you want to breathe out, you're going to hug your legs in. So breathe out through the nose, bringing the thighs towards you, and then in through the nose, letting the thighs move away. So go at your own pace. You can keep the legs together, or you can have the legs a little bit apart, or you can have the legs wide apart. We're inhaling the legs away. It's a light breath in, and we're exhaling and just enjoying that letting go of the breath as we hug those legs closer in. So do another 2 rounds. Softening your jaw. Okay, and when you're ready, you're going to bring feet to the floor. Let go. Come on into whatever position you want to relax in. So you can stay on your back. You could come onto your side. If you want to come back to child's pose, you could do that. Whatever you like. So getting comfortable. Giving your body support. Okay, feeling the parts of your body that are in contact with the ground and feeling like you rest through those parts of you into the floor. So eyes can rest closed. So our body lets go more easily when we feel supported and safe. Right? So sometimes we need some more support for our body to feel comfortable letting go. And the other thing that sometimes our body needs is permission. Right? To know that we have these few moments, these few minutes where the intention is just to rest, just to relax, just to be, which lets us know that we can let go, right? That permission to rest, that permission to soften at the moment. So just follow your own awareness through your body. And you can do that in an organized way if you like. So you might start at your head and work down to your feet, or you can just sort of follow where your awareness goes. Just taking your time. There's no rush. And as you just gently scan through your body, becoming aware of different parts of you. And perhaps as you pause in these parts of you, there might be sort of a natural softening of them or a letting go. And there's nothing we have to do there. It might just happen on its own, right? Just as we become aware. You might even choose to stay in one part of your body and notice how it perhaps eases or becomes more spacious as you stay. Just bringing our kind awareness, inviting in ease, resting into the ground, allowing gravity to hold us. Surrendering to this and to this moment, and letting the body receive it, letting ourselves receive. There's nothing we have to hold on to at this particular moment. So when you're ready, whether that's now or in a few minutes from now, you can let go of your practice. Right? We even let that go. You'll move as your body would like to move. Eventually, maybe rolling to your side. Use your top hand to press into the floor to come up. Certainly taking your time. Maybe give yourself a few moments when you're back at vertical just to feel what that feels like. To notice how you are now. And then when you're ready, you can move back into your day. Thank you for your practice today. Take good care.